Hi viewers, this is Chinnari in front of you, and I am here today with you to explain the scientific content. But before that, I want to ask few questions. Are you ready to give answers? Okay. Friends, if you get free time, what will you do usually? We will play the games. So, have you observed the game cricket? So, when you observe the game cricket, it will when the batsman hits the ball went to upward direction. And if he cannot catch the ball, it comes to down. Why it is happening? And if you throw any object in the upward direction, it comes down. Because it is why it is happening, friends? We always observe that when an object dropped from certain height, it comes down. And we observe all the things, the planets revolve around the sun. And the moon revolves around the earth. And the electrons in the cell moves around the nucleus. In all these cases, there must be some force acting on the object. What is that force may be? What making the objects to move another object? What may be the force? The force is gravity. It is discovered by Sir Isaac Newton. Sir Isaac Newton was a great mathematician and a physicist who lived from 1642 to 1727. He discovered gravity. He was a scientist who combined the ideas to explain how the universe operates. And he discovered the gravity in late 60s. You know the universal law of gravitation? What is universal law of gravitation? Every object in the universe attracts every other body, which is directly proportional to their masses and inversely proportional to the square of distances between them. And we have a formula also, F equal to G m1 m2 by dd square. Here G is universal constant and m1 m2 are the two masses of their objectives and D is the distance between them. And do you know who is Einstein? Yes, if you observe any pictures of him, we can see so many formulas in his mind. How dangerous. We are always nervous to learn all these. But this is Albert Einstein, who born in Germany in 1879. And he was universally recorded as a great physicist. His famous formula is E equal to mc square. And the year 2005 was declared as International Year of Physics. His scientific career began with the path-breaking papers published in 2005. The first paper introduced the light quantum. The second paper is light Brownian motion. And the third paper gives birth to the special theory of relativity. So let us know what is special theory of relativity. Friends, the special theory of relativity is proposed by Einstein in 1950. It described gravity not as a force. It is a consequence of curvature of space-time, which is caused by uneven distribution of mass. And let us know the Einstein discovered. He proposed the space-time fabric. That is, a mass, if objective mass will form the framework which moves that object to be curved. So let us see the video. Here we have this model. See, there is a space-time fabric between planet and the sun. This fabric, due to the massive object it is making, It is making the object to be curved. And this is a model which is proposed by Einstein, which explains the space-time fabric. And due to massive object of the planet, the space-time fabric is in a curve. These are all the examples which the Einstein proposed. So, you are not understanding what are all these examples, what is the space-time fabric. So, to understand briefly, let us watch the video. You can understand in a simple way. Here you can watch the video. Here we are going to see the beautiful video which you can understand the special theory of relativity which is proposed by great Einstein. And you can learn so many things through this video. You will be amazed to see this. And you are very excited to see it. Let me show the video. The amazing world which you can understand it very well. And you know what is the special theory of relativity which is proposed by Einstein. See, let us watch the amazing world. In olden days, people does not know if anything throws upward, the earth pulling was not known. But through an instant, Einstein was proposed, he discovered what is the matter in that. Through an instant, when he was sitting on the apple tree, apple fell down on his head. He thought why it not went to the upward direction and why it has fallen down. Due to that thought, he discovered the wonderful thing. What is that force? Why it is making the apple to fall down? And why it is not went upward direction? What making that apple to fall down? That is gravity. But it leads to many doubts. Does really gravity is there in the new universe? What does the theory of relativity is saying about which is proposed by Einstein? Space. Space around us is empty space said by Newton. But according to Einstein, it is not empty space. It is something is there. So what is the hidden thing in the empty space? Let us learn. Space. Space is about all darkness. Does it really have empty space? But according to Newton and Einstein, something is there in the empty space. It is not really empty space. So we cannot see it, but Earth has real framework. It spreads to the entire universe. And we can easily understand with a simple example. See, observe the skater given in the video. We can observe the skater, she is revolving related to the air. She is revolving her hands related to the air. While she is revolving, he felt things also revolving according to her. And later she felt her hands also somebody has pulling. Suppose if we take out all the things like roof, stars, galaxy, see, but also she feels the same, somebody has pulling. Imagine if you are in her place, we feel all the same thing that somebody has pulling. But what is that power? What is that making to pull? That is the gravity according to Newton. That is an empty space making her hands to pull, because something is there in the empty space which is making our hands to pull. According to Newton, that is empty space. Primary thought of Newton is it is a space of a framework and it is a constant, which means it not move to anywhere. But Einstein modified that concept. No, it is not in a constant. It moves, it responds to our movements. It also gives response, it moves whatever we think. So it is if the space framework, it is named by space-time fabric by Einstein. So according to Newton, in the universe, all the objects revolve to each other. It is believed by all until then. But the sun attracts all the planets. If suddenly the sun disappears, all the planets, Earth will fade out in the space. So Einstein does not understand what about this, because there is no other thing which travels faster than the light. So how does the Earth comes to know that sun has disappeared in the form of gravity, and how it loses the Earth? So keeping this logic, Einstein wanted to know what is the gravity actually. But with the strong evidences only we can estimate the wrong thing in Einstein, because we are sending the rockets depending on the Einstein's laws. If we estimate the wrong thing, what happens? It's going to be wrong. So in the universe, how it operates the universe. So let us know how Einstein did this. It took about 10 years to prove that Newton is wrong. He found in his experiments that is, gravity is not a power. It is a consequences to the moving body, and it moves how our body moves, but it is not actually a power, which is said by Einstein actually, because he did about 10 years experiments on this, and he introduced the law of gravity. And Sir Einstein was very interested actually what is gravity is about. So it is a consequences to the moving body. It is not a power, which is said by Einstein. With a simple example, we can understand this. See, observe this lift. When we are traveling, if suddenly the lift will break, we feel the weightless. When we, if certain height, if we are traveling, we feel weightless, but when we comes to the earth, we feel the weight. So according to Newton, it is a gravity power. But the Einstein said, no, it is just stopping your journey, but it's not an Earth's gravity, which is said by Einstein. And in the universe, every object, we will get a doubt. Why an object is thrown upward, why it is coming down? That time, Einstein said an excellent answer for this. One massive object in the space will frame the space-time fabric. Due to that object only, the fabric will be in curve position. Normally, when we throw an object, it goes up. But due to that curve, because of that curve, it pushes the object towards the earth. That's why the object is coming down. That's it. There is no gravity at all, which is said by Einstein. So, likewise, the sun has more mass, and it also more bend near the sun. So, that's why, except Earth, all the planets will revolve around the sun, except the Earth. Like this, the Einstein revealed the secret of gravity. So, in this universe, when the sun disappears suddenly, the fabric will disturb and light rays will adjust and reach the earth. Then the earth comes to know, oh, the sun has disappeared. So it loses the orbit and it will be fade. This is the general theory of relativity. So gravity is not an energy. Due to the space-time fabric only in the universe, the objects will revolve to each other, and it affects the speed of light. But to prove this, there is one thing in front of Einstein, that is the star, which is the back side of sun. If really there is a space-time fabric, the star also should bend to that fabric curve, and it travels to the back of sun, and it should reach the earth. But it won't happening in the presence of sun, because it has more light. How it happens? It happens it is possible only in the solar eclipse. But it failed many times. But finally in the Africa, during solar eclipse, they have seen the star through a telescope. So the star bend angle and the formula which has Einstein calculated is same. Through this, the general theory of relativity is proved, and the space-time fabric also proved. So to understand very briefly, let's see a video. You will understand it very easily. See this. See this, you are not able to understand what is this space-time fabric and what is Newton saying and what is Einstein saying. Newton is saying it is a gravity, but again Einstein is saying it is not in gravity, it is space-time fabric. So what making the objects to fall and down? You have watched the video. But to understand in a simple way, let's see another video which you can understand in a simple way. Let's watch. See, in the universe, let's know who is correct and who is wrong. Is Newton is correct or Einstein is correct? Because Newton is saying gravity is there in the universe, but Einstein is saying no, because of space-time fabric only, the objects revolve to each other. Here we have a model. According to Newton, the hang whirl line is a straight, but fall whirl line is curved. If you observe this video, you can understand. According to Newton, the hang line whirl, there is a gravity of force in the Newton's model. The fall line is a curve, but hang line whirl is a straight. But according to Newton, but according to Einstein, the hang whirl line is curved and the fall whirl line is straight. But both are same. But there is no force of gravity in Einstein model. But there is a gravity in the Newton model. If we compare the both, there will be no change of distance. They both are same. But Newton said it is a gravity. But Einstein is saying no, it is because of space-time fabric only. In the universe, the objects move to each other. If you observe the video, you can know easily. See, the both are same. But the matter is, he is saying gravity, he is saying due to the space-time fabric, it is happening. If we compare in the geometry also, it is the same. This is about all. So, you may not understand why I have shown the slides before. See the slides. These are all. You may be not understand what all these. These are all example to these matter. Now you can understand very easily. I hope you understood it very well. Finally, what I need to conclude it, they are both equally talented. We cannot say that Newton is wrong and they are both equally talented, because according to Newton only, we are sending rockets into the space. If we say Newton is wrong, it is going to be wrong. And Einstein is a great man. We have to salute for his mind that his theories proposed to our universe, and we are using, we have to take inspiration of both things. And it is very important, and let wish the theories of all Einstein will stood for all obstacles. And I hope you understood it very well, my topic. And lastly, I want to conclude, both are equally talented, and he named the gravity actually, that's it. But Einstein said it is a space-time fabric. So I hope you understand it very well. And finally, I especially thanks to the secretary, beloved secretary sir, for giving this such kind of activities where the students exposed to the world. And I also thanks to the principal, my madam Venkatamma Madam Garu, and my mentor teacher Krishnaveni Madam Garu, and also I thanks to TSWREIS, and also I thanks my parents Lalithamma Giddaya Garu for making this wonderful event. Thank you.